On Saturday the 23rd of November 2019, Aveley travelled to Biggleswade Town in the third qualifying round. This was a 4-1 victory, goals from Alex Akrofi, George Sykes and Shad Magandu. Biggleswade away. Can you explain the goal for us?
Saxy again put me through.
Yeah.
Left foot finish. I remember that. Yeah, that's the first one. The second one, Saxy passed to me again.
Yeah, I've got that written down. So actually, both assists. You mentioned it slightly in the other game, but would you say it's right place at the right time, or by then was it you both knew where to go, where to pass the ball?
Yeah, it's easy to play with Saxy, man. He's very good striker. Very
The
good striker.
second goal, was right.
What's that? The second one goal. As well. Counter. I think it was just me and him. But I played it to him and just tried to get in the box, and he's crossed it fantastically. I've just tapped it in. But yeah, again, it's just come from without knowing him. If you get what I mean, yeah.
Again, Alex's goal. You've got the assist. Can you talk us through that goal?
That one was. Again, I think their player gave the ball away just before it dropped to me, and it sort of left them a bit exposed, and they it dropped straight to me, and he was in. It was another good finish. I mean, he sort of, I think around that sort of 6 or 7 weeks, he didn't really miss. He sort of everything, every time he had a shot, it went in. So yeah, just trying to get him through really, and he's so quick as well. That obviously helps.
Going on to your goal, can you just talk us through it?
Again, another bit of luck. It's sort of. I think Jason beat 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then I can't remember if he shot or he tried to cross it, and it sort of dropped sort of in the 6-yard box.
Yeah. And
I mean, it was pretty simple, to be fair. It just sort of dropped there, and thought I would sort of deserve to go that day. Sort of was a bit unlucky. Had stuff cleared off the line or whatever. So yeah, it was good. I mean, we considering they were a league above, I thought we sort of beat them quite comfortably.
Just touching on your goal again, it was quite close to the goal, and people automatically think because it's close, it's easy to finish. But you had, I think, 2-3 players to actually get the ball past. How hard can one of them close shots be?
I think when it's sort of if it's sort of smashed across the face of the goal, it might be a bit more difficult. But it did just sort of stop, which has made it a little bit easier. If it sort of flashed across the goal, then they are a lot tougher than I think they get credit for. But that was a bit, had no pace on it, sort of sat there for me. So it was quite simple.
The penalty in the first game for you was Biggleswade.
Yeah.
While you were taking it, what was going through your head?
I think that's my first penalty of the season. I think it was really winning 3-1. I think the penalty I took was like in the 87th minute, so there was really no pressure whether I scored or missed. So I didn't really have an ounce of nerves or anything like that, really.
That penalty, you sent the keeper the wrong way. Did you have much practice before that?
You know what? About 4 or 5 years ago, Hazard started doing taking penalties where he used to like look at the keeper the whole way and he didn't put it in the corner. So I kind of just studied the way he does it, and so when I run up, I just look at the keeper, I wait for him to move, I just put it the other way. Really. So
as we said, that was your first goal in the cup run. How much did that first goal mean to you?
You know what? We were really winning 3-1. So the game was already done. So it wasn't as important as some of the others, to be fair.
They are the division above. Did it seem like that on the day?
No, again, no. During the cup run, we played teams in the league above us. I spoke to one or two people on the Saturday morning before the game, just about what they're like. I knew they were struggling a little bit in their league. I knew the pitch was going to be boggy. I had been up there a few years before with Wingate, so I knew the pitch, and nothing really changed for us. And on the day, again, we put a few good moves together, which ended up in goals. And to be honest with you, after the final whistle, they had no qualms at all about the result. It was, again, another terrific performance. Give the group confidence as well to make them believe that they're decent. They're a good decent group of players. And again, it was another journey home, which wasn't as long as Taunton, but it was another journey home that was entertaining and good fun.
Can you just talk us through that game a little bit from your point of view?
Nothing really changed during the game. We just felt that it was boggy. It was the pitch itself wasn't great. We just wanted to isolate them. We just wanted to isolate Jason against the right back. We wanted to isolate Alex and Sexy against the two centre halves. And I think there was one goal that really stood out for me, which is right up my street. I think we scored within 3 passes.
Okay.
It went into Alex, out to Sexy, down the line. He crossed it back in the box for Alex to score. And that's me all over, that type of move. I really enjoyed that, and that stuck in my mind, that goal, because that's what we set and let them not break us down. And as soon as there's no answer to it, we found the pass and we went bum bum bum, and we were off, and it was a goal. And there's no answer to that. It was again another terrific goal, but a goal that some people wouldn't really look at and think it was all right. But for me, it was what we were all about at that time. Not really bothered if you had the ball, break us down, but we knew that teams would come on to us. We knew that if I left the 2 boys up top, the fullbacks would get drawn in. Now these what they call modern day fullbacks.
Yeah.
And they were leaving the 2 centre halves with our 2 lads, and if we found the right pass, we were going to score. And that was really that. That was that. And like I said, it was a terrific win, and it set us up for the next round.
On Saturday the 14th of December 2019, Aveley travelled to Carshalton. This was the first round, and the game ended 3-3 with goals from Shad Nagandu, Harry Gibbs and Jason Rad.
Furman Gandu against Clinton Pertrieu. Stuttering run up, and he's sent in the wrong way. Pertrieu is unhappy about something in there. Knocked in down, no one picks up sight. It's another goal. Aveley go 2 goals to the good. Carshalton's FA Trophy dream is collapsing at the moment. Here's a trophy for Aveley. Rad's made the breakthrough. Oh, and it's taken a deflection and it's gone in! Calamity for Carshalton. Pertrieu can't believe it, and Aveley have gone 3 goals to the good. Good defending by Vember, is it? Now he gets it back for Harry Ottaway. It's opened up for him, and Carshalton have pulled one back. Patterson looks up and bends one goal wide. Carshalton are really back in it now. Looking for Ottaway at the back. Corboa's burst onto it. He's gone down. Referee's given a penalty kick to Carshalton. It's Paris Hamilton down to save it, and he buries the spot kick. And Carshalton have got themselves back into this FA Trophy Cup tie.
This game was the second game in a row, and the second game you scored in a row. How was that?
Well, the pressures were different, obviously, because I think it was 5-10 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And obviously it's a cup game now. Most of the penalties I've taken before in the past have been league games. so not as important or as much pressure as this one. And this one it was 0-0 when I took the first pen. So yeah, the pressure was a lot, but because we practice penalties like for about half an hour every session, 5-6 of us on the boys would be outside after training, just playing, practicing, and Husey as well. Big shout out to Husey. He would stay with us. I don't know any other keeper that would stay at half an hour after training to receive shots. So once I was confident that I could score against Husey, who I believe was probably the best keeper I played with or against, I don't really get nerves anymore when I play against or back to take a penalty against other keepers.
Perfect. So again, it was the second game in a row you've had a penalty. Same run up, same corner. How'd you do it?
Yeah. Just wait for the keeper to move. Literally just wait. I just literally when Hazard was doing it, I studied him like for hours and hours. And then obviously at Aveley it was perfect for me because there's 5-6 of us who just love football and we just practice for half an hour, 45 after training. So he was doing it every session and it just become quite easy to do. Really.
Can you describe your goal against Carshalton?
So it's actually quite funny. So we worked on set pieces a little bit, just like it was mainly me and whoever the other two was normally Sykesy, and then probably the other centre half. So it was a mock-up, wasn't it, for that game?
Yeah.
So one to go front post, one middle, one runner back. It's pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
We're sort of standing on the edge of the box, and I'm facing the other way, and Jason, who's taken the corner, I just heard him. He just shouted my name.
Yeah.
So that when I just sort of turned, and he noticed the gap at the front post, knowing that I'm the one that normally makes that run.
Yeah.
And as I've turned to run, it's just he's put it where it needs to be, like he did quite a lot through the season.
Yeah.
And got a majority of the assists for my goals. So and then obviously balls come in, I sort of hit it with the only part of the body that I could. It's coming at quite an awkward height, which I think helped to the fact because I couldn't catch it sweetly. The keeper didn't really know where it was going to go, so he couldn't react the way he wanted to. And obviously put us 2-0 up. Yeah,
so you said it was an awkward height. It was quite low, wasn't it? It just dipped, didn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of between sort of like hip heights. You sort of it was sort of go. Do I put my head down to try and get enough on it? But I don't think there was enough pace on the ball to do so. So obviously swing a leg it out, I guess. But put the foot in the right place just to get enough on it to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, because we all know obviously you love a header. But when it was going towards the bottom half of the body, was you confident it was going to go in with a sweet volley that you had?
Yeah, it's not the first volley I've scored either. It is normally a header or a volley when I do score a goal. But sort of year before when I first come back to Aveley and sort of the first goal that I scored was a volley on the edge of the box. And sort of messing around in training, sort of even like a lot of the lads would know, when I do it, I hit it quite hard anyway. So I was confident in myself that if I do get the opportunity, that I'd do something well enough to get it on target. Obviously, fortunate enough, it's gone in as well.
So that was the first goal out of 3 in a row. When that went in, was you confident the goals are going to keep coming?
I've noticed over sort of when I've been playing is that when you do score, I think you just get this self-confidence, and it happens quite a lot. Is that you do go on a little. There becomes like an area of the season where most of the goals would come. So I think through that season I scored 6 or 7, and I think they all come within sort of a month or 2 months of the season. So over the 6 or 7 months we were playing, they were all in a sort of a small part of the season itself. But and even in previous years, sort of when I have scored, they've come in within the space of 6 or 7 games. I've scored 2 or 3 goals, which for a centre half is it's hard to come by.
So going on to Jason's goal, when he scored, everyone ran to the left corner flag. You ran right.
Yeah.
Who was you going to?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, if I was Wyam, I would be fuming because in all the highlights they don't show what he done 10 seconds before. Literally, Hughes kicked the ball up from that 70-yard kick down. Let me repeat that because that was in English. Hughes literally kicked the ball from the goal kick. 70 yards, it's gone to the right wing, and Wyam plucked it out of the air. there was a guy 2 yards next to him and he just plucked it out of completely.
Yeah.
So what he was at the best touch I've ever seen, ever. And then he's passed it. So Alex passed it to Raddy, and Raddy scored his goal. And everyone went after Raddy, but I've just seen the best touch ever from Ryan. So I went to Ryan just to congratulate him because I was in such shock.
Just in the replay, I don't think you could see who you was going to. I think we all know who got the assist in that, but I don't think you could actually see who it was over there.
Can you just talk us through that first hour of the game?
Well, all our goals came in that period, yeah. Again, another team that I thought were a good team in the league above, you know, a good team. Could play, wanted to play, you know, wanted to play with pace, wanted to break it down. You know, they were a team that wanted to play out from the back. So the two centre-half split. So I just said to the players before the game, again, we never really worked on it. Tuesday night, Thursday night, we went into training, we done a 5-a-side, we done a keep ball, we done a bit of shooting, we went home, never spoke about it. So when we went on the day of the game, we went over the bridge to them, and there was no real individual in their group that I thought could hurt us, not like Taunton. So I went, right, you know, let's press them high. Let's press them high from the off. And we did that. We went right high against them. Because teams can play with a holding midfielder who go get it, my two lads up front would try and split so they couldn't find a pass into that player. But also what we did with Connor and Shad at the time, who came in and done a terrific job, we pressed them high and we made the keeper try and play a ball into the midfield area.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, my centre half was going in and challenging their centre forward or centre midfielder who was sitting at the highest. My fullbacks would come in because teams didn't really play with wingers. So they had nowhere to go and they still tried to play from the back, and we give them no space whatsoever in that first half. And I would say that first half against Carshalton was as good as we were in that tournament, as good as we were in that run. That first 45 minutes, they could not live with us, and it could have literally been 5. Literally been 4 or 5. The chances we missed, the opportunities we got ourselves in, were, like I said, it was good overall performance as we did have in that run, in that trophy.